Hello everybody, my name is Robin Cody and I'm with Cote Magazine LA. We're here at the Boogie Gallery located in downtown Los Angeles. I would like to introduce you to Palani Bearghost.
Imeniachi Api Palani Bearghost. I'm the CEO, founder, and designer of NEO, No End of Designs. There's a beginning, but there's no end on your creative journey, and it's infinite. I'm an enrolled member from the 3 affiliated tribes, Mandan, Hidatsa, Arikara. I'm also Northern Cheyenne, Ogallala, and Dene. Thank you for having me today. I'm excited to be here with y'all.
Cote Magazine LA.
Building bridges
Through fashion.
First of all, I started out in this industry as a makeup artist, and it was apparent that there was a lack of representation with regards to Indigenous fashion. So I've been on a mission trying to find who I believe are, the movers and shakers in this industry with regards to Indigenous fashion. With that being said, I actually wanted to get into more of like your story, like how you started out.
Yeah, so as a little girl, I've always had a passion for fashion, and my grandmother actually inspired me. She was a seamstress, she was a bead worker, she also did floral ceramics, and so she would make clothing for me as a little girl. She would have her patterns and she would use upcycled materials, and we started doing the design process with my grandmother, and she's the one that kind of taught me how to sew, but also showed me what you could do through creativity with fashion. I created something that I wish existed through NEO. I was working at the Nike World headquarters at the time. When I worked there for 6 years, I was part of the Native American Network, and I was the vice president at the time, and we wanted to throw a Native American Heritage Month show. That's how I met Mr. Randy Barton, who is the co-founder of Boogie Gallery that you can see behind, that we're in currently recording.
So I wanted to know about your opinions on like collaboration. Like you talked about, you met Randy and you collaborated with him. How important is the collaboration?
I believe in collaboration over competition any day. I believe in creating, cultivating, collaborating, and sharing those stories, and also uplifting each other. My motto is we ride together, we uprise together, and I bring my people with me, and I think that that's very important. Sharing that knowledge and sharing that creativity and connection, and it's a force to be reckoned with when you find somebody that aligns with your message and you start to build and mapping constellations.
What sort of style are you bringing into the industry in terms of Indigenous fashion?
Yes, so NEO is a neo-contemporary traditional Indigenous design essential progressive streetwear clothing company. It's also androgynous. I wanted to create a gender fluidity and unisex both men and women can wear. Also being able to tap into your divine femininity as well as your masculinity, and being able to rock clothing that you can express yourself in, but also that is indigenously weaved our stories throughout. Also, I do athleisure, and I've done some couture as well. I like to do with my fabrics innovative, sustainable, upcycled pieces, and also do limited run collections, so that's also trying to be more sustainable. I also do vintage and upcycled. I like to mix different pieces in terms of like a low price with the high price, that I can literally go to Goodwill or Vintage, or I could have like a high-end designer, or I'll rock a local native design wear too. I love to support my other Indigenous designers, so I like to kind of mix it up in terms of what my swag and my style is.
Another question I have for you is that, so like if you could go back in time to like, when you were 18 years old or a teenager, what sort of advice would you give yourself, your 18-year-old self, that like if you would have known then what you know now, sort of thing?
If I could tell my 18-year-old self something, I would say to never give up. to believe in yourself and to always remain authentic in who you are. And don't be afraid to go outside the box. And and be resilient. If you're really passionate about what you're doing, you can work hard and establish anything you want. There's no boundaries. Their only boundaries are what your limitations are. So again, you are your own competition, and you're beautiful, and also represent your culture. And especially being as Indigenous people, you're sacred.
I'm like, awesome, that's great. So Thane, I just want to thank you again for sitting with me today in this interview. It was a pleasure meeting you. Where can they find you? Where can people find you?
Yes, you can find me at No End of Designs on Instagram, and you can also find me online at www.noendofdesigns.com.
Cote Magazine LA.
Building bridges
Building bridges through fashion.